Bloodwing here, back to bring some grumpiness to the internet. Welcome back to Redneck Radio, the live stream where you get today an extra healthy side helping of fried taters and onions. That sounds good. And I've been wanting some fried taters. With me, as always, is Alex.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're well this evening. I figured I'd leave my camera on for a bit. So I'd put my ugly mug on so you can look at that rather than a white avatar. I suppose a white avatar is preferable.
Yeah, like I was just telling you, I thought about that. I might turn mine on in a little bit. Thought about it. Everybody complains about this looking funny, and that's because it's designed to be a face cam app first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And the stream might look a little better with my, even though it's my ugly mug on there.
It'd make it a bit more colourful, mate.
Yeah, but I look a mess.
Yeah, so do I, mate. It's fine.
I'd have to at least put a hat on. My hair's sticking out 15 different directions at the moment.
Oh, a stargazer night says, giving us something to pretty to look at. Hold on. There you go. You got a nice wink, a nice wink for you. I can't wink without opening my mouth. There you go. There you are.
Yeah.
How are you, Mr. Wing?
I'm doing really good. I got lots of things to be happy about,
Yeah. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Are you speaking about that publicly or no?
No, not yet. I'll let J Kid decide that. J Kid has some big news, and I'll let him decide when he wants to let it go.
Positive stuff. It's really, really good news. So
yeah. But I've caught up. I got behind on Redneck Trek, but I've caught up. I've got about a third of it edited before I had to start stream.
Mr. Wing, you are terrible.
I know.
It should be done. It should be uploaded already.
Ever since I can remember, I have been an incurable procrastinator. My philosophy in life is why do today what I can put off till tomorrow.
Yeah, well, last week you had a big issue, didn't you?
I did. I did, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't happen this week because I've confirmed it. I found out why my computer was going to sleep, even though it was told not to, so I can render while I'm asleep now.
Yeah.
Hey dude 77, it's up in the upper right hand corner. It's StreamYard. It's a free. You can pay for it for more features, but I'm just using the the free version. And it works, because like we've said, Hangouts is gone. You can't even use it now. I've checked.
You do me a favor. Can you just remove the Badger Boys rent real quick?
What are you up to?
Well, you can see what he says in the chat.
Well, we'll make him eat those words, because you asked me how I'm doing, and I said because I've got a lot of things to be happy for, and one of those things that I've got to be happy for, I'm going to let you tell them.
Well, they already know.
But some of them do. Maybe not all of them do.
Yeah, for those unaware, I had an interview for a job on Thursday, and I had a phone call yesterday whilst I was grocery shopping, by the way. And I was stood next to an old lady. So just take that into consideration. Of course, the phone call was from the place where I had an interview, and I got the job. And I was extremely excited about it. And, well, like I told Bloodwing, I yelped with glee, and the old lady next to me damn near pooped her pants. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. Very, very happy about that.
Yeah, well, me too. I am too. That's good. And I've mentioned this on this stream before. From the very beginning, before it even started, our agreement was you would help me out by your own volition. You wanted to help out until you got a job. So I always knew there was that possibility. So You said next month, right? You start?
Yeah. Should be on the 2nd of September. Should be on the 2nd of September. But
Yeah.
it requires a criminal background check. And you know, those things tend to take a while. And thank you for all the well wishes in the chat there, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Congrats, Alex. I'm super happy about it, dude. Super happy about it. It's gonna
It's a
be
weird
good
job.
for you.
It's a weird job. That's a weird title.
Well, you're a weird person, so you should feel
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. The title is Night Concierge. Now, obviously, I told you I applied for this on before, and it sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds like a hotel kind of job, you know?
Yeah.
Like, as far as I knew, a concierge is somebody who works in a hotel and like gets things for people.
Right. Exactly. That's first thing I think of when I hear the word concierge.
Yeah, I think a 5-star hotel and concierge who goes around chasing after all the rich people. But no, it's not nothing like that. Half the job is support worker and half the job is security.
Yeah.
You know, because basically it's a brand new initiative in my county. The idea is to help homeless people get off the street, and it's to also help like people who are basically back on rent and are about to be or have been evicted from their homes and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, the people that are in dire straits and whatnot. It has a lot of like alcoholics, drug addicts, that kind of thing. And my job is to pretty much talk to them, get to know them, obviously help them, get them involved in the various programs that they have going on. And I've got to do the security aspect as well. And of course, that's monitoring CCTV cameras and locking the place up. But I've also got to be the fire marshal as well, which is fine.
Yeah. I can see you now. Oi, mate, you got a license for that butter knife?
well, I mean, it's a little bit grim. Viper is perfectly fine. It's not your fault. You shouldn't be apologizing. It's them who should be apologizing. At the end of the day, they're the ones who are providing the service, you know, and they advertise everywhere. There are still YouTubers now who shill for Loot Crate.
Yeah.
And the fact that they haven't sent me the stuff is their fault. It's their problem. And they're garbage. I mean, it's funny. You should go follow Loot Crate and the Loot Crate support on Twitter. Oh,
but
just every day people whinging at them. It's funny. But yeah, I'm really excited for it.
And I'm really excited for you. What this means for this stream, as I said, always knew this was a possibility, and I'll have to find a new co-host probably because he'll be working. But that's okay. I knew that was good going in, and I'm really happy for you. This is going to be good for you, good for your state of mind, just good all around.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like I've been out of work for so long now, you know, and the worst part of like you were there for the darkest part of my depression and stuff. You know, when it got really, really, really bad, and I turned into a toxic arsehole, and I apologize for that. There's no excuse for that. And you weren't the only person I leaned on, you know, and I was suicidal and stuff. But yeah, this will get me out of the house.
Yeah.
It'll give me my self-esteem and self-worth back, and be actually earning and changing people's lives as well.
Exactly.
You know, mental health is my shtick.
All right.
You know, a lot of these people have quite severe mental health problems. You know, so I think I can translate what I've done on YouTube into real life. Maybe.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and don't you worry about this stream. We will survive. We'll hang on. You know, I'm sure I will have no dearth of people wanting to be co-host. So already got the Badger Man out there putting himself forward. So
I wouldn't worry too much. You know, I'm not going to be completely gone.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll pop back in from time to time. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of like shifts and stuff it is. I don't know whether it's going to be like how it was when I used to work at the plastic factory where it was 4 on, 4 off, or whether it's going to be like 5 days a week or what. I don't know any of that crap yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure to start out with, for the first couple of weeks, you're going to be really tired.
Oh yeah,
as you're getting used to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It depends on how intense it is, really, as well, man. Like, I only have one concern about the job, and even then, it's not even really a concern.
Right.
Like 4 nights, it will get rough. I know that it will, because they were real. They were realistic with me and told me that it's sometimes very grim.
Right.
It can be very grim, and sometimes I feel like, any time off will be spent kind of letting it out, you know, venting, if you will.
Right.
I mean, there's a very good chance that I could be. I'll come. I finish. I think the shifts finish at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'll speed home. I'll grab the ginger one, take him to school, come back, and if I'm not tired, I might do like a breakfast with bear or something. And if you're up super early, because I know you have a bad habit of doing that,
Yeah.
then we'll do it for an hour or whatever. But that time off will be spent half relaxing, half at least trying to keep up with YouTube. But I wouldn't expect it at first, so.
Right. Well, there you go. And I won't. And trust me, I am absolutely sorry to see you go on a regular basis, but I'm far more happy for your situation than I am sorry to see you go.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
Joel Brown, I think the shifts are about 10 to 12 hours. I'm not sure. I need to get through all the administration stuff and the training and that first, but yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I won't be around on YouTube as much, obviously, because I'll be asleep or at work. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I've grabbed a hat. We're gonna try this for a little bit. If it gets too laggy, then I'm gonna shut the camera back down.
Okay. Number one, it's not carer for old people, mate. There he is.
There I am.
There he is. He's even got his hat on.
In all my wondrous redneck glory. Pay no attention to this stuff over here, guys. This is actually stuff I'm storing for my youngest daughter. That's what all this junk next to me is.
Mate, you haven't got to justify it, mate. You see my house, mate. That beard is grown out.
Yeah, I need to trim it back. I need to give her a good August trimming, because we're well into what we call dog days over here, the dog days of summer.
Mm-hmm.
And the hottest, worst, most humid days are yet to come. Trust me, August in Indiana is unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, I've known you for 3 years, mate. So this is our third summer together, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need to trim that back, because it's going to get hot.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just laziness. Because every morning I get up and I walk in the bathroom, I look in the mirror and I says, I need to trim that. And I'm like, nah.
It's work, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hate shaving. Oh, as you know, I don't really grow facial hair properly, but it does grow. You don't really see it because I shave all the time anyway. Like, I shave before getting on camera, but it does grow. It does grow out, but it gets really sharp,
Right.
And like, if I do that with my neck, it stabs me in the neck, and I'd like, no, it's horrible. Shave it off.
Yeah.
I'll grow my hair out though. So
got my Colts mug, which doesn't hold enough. It doesn't hold as much as it looks like. It's really small inside, but I was washing dishes last night, and that's what I grabbed.
Mama Minnie says your grandkids just drove past your dad.
I heard that. Are they on their way to Texas? I assume are they going to meet up with Dad? Is that what the deal is? But yeah, I heard they were traveling.
You ever see Team America?
I've seen clips of it. I've never actually sat down and watched it. No.
You just see the bit where he dresses up as a terrorist?
Probably.
Yeah, I look like that. It's all patchy and stuff. Like, I start growing hair like around here and like around here, but it does grow. It's actually a lot more even these days around my jawline, and actually joins up now with sideburns. Before it didn't.
Just shut up. You know, with your slanted eyes, all you got to do is look at me sideways. It'll be fine. Oh, so just a trip with Nikki and Jay. Okay. All right. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I recorded a video earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I need to edit it though. It's not for IB, it's for IA. Like you must have heard. We spoke about like Twitch and stuff, didn't we, on Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
It's about that, and it's a direct response to a Twitch streamer called Groscore, and how mad he was at Ninja. You may
Right.
remember.
Right.
He was calling like Ninja a sellout and stuff, and like to me, that's not a sellout. He seems to be really mad. He's like, "Oh, why'd you need to make more money?" Shut up. That's capitalism, baby. What are you, freaking pinko commie scumbag? He's like, "Oh, don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's Twitch. It's owned by Amazon. It's not some grassroots freaking company.
Right.
It's a megacorp." Bell end. But yeah, I'm going to be editing that and trying to get it out, but I don't have long to get it done tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, Badger says if I could get 20 to 40 million for Mixer, I'd jump on at it instantly. Well, most of us would. Yeah. We're gonna go for the money. There's things I wouldn't do for money, like you know, I wouldn't go against my moral beliefs of any sort for money. But yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how he can call Ninja a sellout, because that's not what a sellout is to me. We've had the conversation about this before, Bloodwing, haven't we? Like, what is a sellout? A sellout to me is somebody who abandons their own ideology or their own beliefs or virtues for money, and that's not the case. It's Ninja's contract on Twitch. He's not political.
You know, I'm not real familiar with him. I know of him. You know,
He has blue hair,
and I knew of him before this, but that was the extent of it. I just knew of him. I knew he was like the biggest Twitch streamer or something like that. But I am sure that he got into it to begin with to get popular and make money streaming his games. And that's still what he's doing, just on a different platform.
Yeah. I don't know why he's getting so mad. Mixer's a horrible streaming website, you know. I went and looked at it. I looked, and it's not the user interface or anything like that. Like the website itself looks really nice. The terms of service for Mixer, holy crap, Bloodwing. Holy crap. You thought that the rules on Twitch and YouTube were bad? Holy crap. You can't even make fun of anybody. That'll get you yeeted off the platform.
Really?
Yeah. But you can't even make fun of other streamers. If you call another streamer a cam girl, yeet. If you make any
Did
like
you just call him a cam girl?
Yeah, if you call someone a cam girl, yeet. Like, if you make jokes about like any kind of like racial jokes, any jokes based on gender, if you make jokes about veterans as well, veterans, what? That's in there? Like, I don't understand why veterans are in there, but okay, that's awfully specific. But, excuse me, yeet. I just realized I sig heiled and somebody's going to clip that. Yeah, the terms of service are really, really tight. And it's weird as well because like the terms of service are like, right, if you want to do commentary, you must label it as web show. It's like, okay, that's fair enough. But you can't really do commentary because it seems to me that you can't really criticize anybody either. The terms of service are that they're not vague, they're very specific.
Well, they're all getting like that. I mean, we've seen the recent thing from YouTube that makes it look very much like you're not allowed to call out a fellow YouTuber about anything.
Yeah.
Without the risk of getting your channel shut down.
If you tell someone to kill themselves, yeet. Now, it does take into consideration the context of like any like threats against you, but it kind of doesn't as well. The way it's written is really weird. Like it's like, oh, if you're gaming or whatever and you get really mad, then we kind of understand. But like, if you do it too much, and you bye. I should get these terms of service up. I'm going to get the terms of service up so I can show you this. Mixer terms of service. Right, let me pop the chat out so I can see it whilst we go through these. I do go through them in the video, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind doing it. I shall share screen because we can do that here.
Right.
Oh my God, I hate. Oh, my ad blocker is such a. Oh. My ad blocker gives me pop-ups. Would you believe?
Tell it to behave.
Yeah, it's gonna. Right, mixer. Right. Oh my God. Oh yeah, they tell you what you can wear and what you can't wear as well.
There's rules on your clothing, huh?
Yeah, there's a dress code. Right, what is right? There we go. This should be no, that's not it. Oh my God, it's making me mad. Right, rules of user conduct. Right, here we go. Here we are. Right, let me share screen. Screen share. Yes, thank you. Bloody thing. Right. There we go. Okay, now let's pop the chat back up. Right, okay. So the global rules, as it were. We'll leave out that first bit. Let's start with the hate speech bit, okay? Hate speech is not tolerated on Mixer under any circumstances. Any derogatory or what is hate speech for a start? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, Functional. It's like Sharia law for streamers. Hate speech is not tolerated on Mixer under any circumstances. Any derogatory or insulting comment that is directed at a specific group of people may be considered hate speech. Any comment perceived like Ghost Poo could never be on Mixer ever. Any comment perceived. This reads like British hate speech law. Any comment perceived by staff to be derogatory or insulting to people based on discrimination, including but not limited to race, age. Like you can't even make fun of old people. No boomer comments. I mean, Bloodwing, you'll be happy with that, I guess. Sexuality, can't even call anybody gay. Physical characteristics such as weight, you can't call anybody fat. Like, it doesn't even have to be directed at anybody. You could just say, oh, you could just be telling a story to your chat saying, oh yeah, I smashed this fat bitch over the weekend, and then yeet, off you go. Or glasses. Wait, such as weight or glasses?
What?
So
you can't call anybody Four Eyes?
That's awfully specific, Blood. Isn't it?
I can't remember the last time I heard somebody called Four Eyes. Where did they come up?
I haven't heard anybody made fun of their glasses for years. Unless it was like a feminist, with the feminist glasses.
Right.
I'm actually surprised GPP hasn't got you one of you a strike yet, Bear. No, Drunkle has received strikes, or at least one strike. Sinatra's had a few. Although I'm fairly sure they were to do a copyright. No, he did get a strike for one thing. But I think that was reversed. I have had them age restricted. Yeah. Anyway, gender identity. Oh God, disability, military service, which is very specific. It's like, oh, these freaking Navy guys, these freaking Army guys. Like what? Religion and or nationality will be considered hate speech. Breaking this rule is an automatic global ban. Global ban. Holy crap. Well, no, the age restriction wasn't based on sexual content. The warning, which does count as a strike, that was for the anime ecchi reel. Harassment, Bloodwang, harassment. Bullying and harassment are not tolerated on Mixer. This may include, but is not limited to, using clips, audio files, or out of context quotes to mock or make fun of another community member.
See, you can't even just make fun of them.
Can't even do that.
Good grief.
Like, so if you're like let's say you and me are streamers on Mixer that stream on a regular
Right.
basis, yeah, and then you have a stream one night and I'm watching it and I notice that, oh, I don't know, you farted on stream and pooed yourself or something. Like, I know for a fact that if I did something like that, you'd make fun of me for doing it, right? So if I then clip that and then have it in my other stream, when I stream, I make fun of you for it, yeet.
Yeah. That's somebody like me and my kids. We wouldn't last very long on that.
Yeah.
Because that's our dynamic. That's how we get along. Is we poke fun at each other.
Yeah. One of the I'd say it's definitely a big part of Ghost Poo is soundboard, you know, and we've all got clips of each other saying things, you know, out of context.
Right.
You know, make fun of each other. I don't understand why you can't have a bit of banter with your friends. Well, I suppose they might probably mean other people, but why not make fun of other people?
Right. My family would be screwed when my grandkids were still living here. They'd wake up in the morning. You know, I got them off to school in the morning. I'd wake them up, and half the time, one or another of them would come out and said, "Good morning, Papa. You're ugly."
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way we are.
I mean, Drunkle would be absolutely buggered. I mean, he doesn't care if he's met you or not. Like, he
No.
immediately hits you with a joke the second, like, he speaks to you. Oh, yeah, banter's illegal on Mixer. Yeah, you're right, Michael. You really are. There we go. Yeah, using multiple accounts to evade channel bans. I mean, that's fair enough, whatever. Calling a streamer a cam girl or other derivatives referring to physical features.
Okay.
I'm sorry, right? But if you're zombie unicorn and you're moaning about people like sexually harassing you and you decide to do a body paint stream with your boobs out, I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Isn't a cam girl what they are? That's their job description.
Yeah. And cam girls and cam guys, I suppose it's the connotations.
Yeah. Hold on a second here. As soon as it loads, real quick. Thank you, Cryptic, for the donation. Good morning, Bloodwing. You're ugly. Thank you, man.
Oh dear, this is just silly. Submitting false reports against a streamer. That, to me, that's fair. We've had a big problem with YouTube with false strikes and stuff for years, so that's perfectly fine. This includes filing repeat reports on the same streamer activity after the cat team states the streamer is not violating the rules. That's fair enough. Like, I've got no problem with that. Telling a user to kill yourself. God, these people, man, like, a couple of years ago, the internet was like the Wild West.
Well, it started that way. I mean, it was the Wild West from the very beginning. I was in on it fairly early. And it always was. It hasn't been until the last, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 years at most. But I think it's more like the last 10 years that, people have gotten their feelings up in the air.
It's, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't think you should be yeeted off the platform. A warning, like if a streamer sat there and he's like triggered and screaming at his own fans, and he's like telling his audience to kill themselves or a specific person, or if a person in the audience is doing it, then I don't know. I mean, where does the chat stand on that? You know, I mean, so someone mentioned earlier that you can, like, if someone follows through with it, you could be charged for it. I don't know. Repeated sexual comments after the streamer states such comments are unwelcome. For more guidelines on what is a valid report of harassment, please read our article on harassment. So I guess if you're making like comments about like sexy comments, I suppose, towards a streamer, then after they've told you to behave, and if you don't, that
there you go, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I know so many of you just just want me so bad, but you're gonna have to control yourself.
Obviously, it's gonna be like a female streamer. What if the streamer like gets like, because you know how these female streamers are on Twitch,
Right.
like they're moaning about sexual harassment, but it's usually just people just telling them that they're pretty. And what happens like if you tell them they're pretty after they gave a warning?
Right.
Like then you get yeeted.
Well, the thing is, they're trying for that. So many of them are, though. I mean, you know, the way they dress, and no, I'm not saying they got it coming, but that's exactly what they're trying to get. I mean, come on. If you dress in a really low cut top and your camera's angled down at your cleavage, come on.
Mm-hmm. You know how they are as well, because they'll make the game tiny,
right?
And they'll have like most of the screen will be them, you know, and they'll purposely like lean forward to show that cleavage,
right?
And like bend over in front of the camera. And yeah, Sarah, so no telling you want to be a part of Lord Bear's harem. Well, Lord Bear would never tell you to not say that. So,
right. And I'm not saying all of them are like that, but there's enough of them like that you can't tell me that's not the reaction they're trying to get.
Mm-hmm. Definitely do that. I can't even say her name. Alinity is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, Zombie Unicorn is definitely one of them. You know, the Bully Hunters chick.
Yeah.
You know, so shut up. They mentioned terrorism and violent extremism. That's fair.
Sure. Yeah.
That's fair. Threats again, saying it is not a joke. Do not threaten other people. Do you know how many people I've threatened to rape on YouTube? Lots.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to come up with a number, but I couldn't.
Well, I've made friends by doing that.
Well, yeah.
That's how I became acquainted with Bronx. Because Bronx saw me in the chat, he tried to argue with me, and I threatened to rape him. And then suddenly he was pleasant to me. And we've been friends ever since, you know? Shit, I threaten to rape people all the time.
Yeah.
I'd be bugging on this website. So this includes threats to harm to others, threats of swatting, and threats of doxing, which is a fair thing because that stuff does happen.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are aware of Amberlynn Reed, she actually has 2 supporters who have been going around doxing and swatting people. Of course, there was that time I tricked Satsu into becoming my slave as well. Yes, that is a serious thing, and that's fair. Threats of DDoS, threats of harassment. What do you mean? Threats of I'm going to harass you, rather than just actually harassing. We understand that threatening to kill someone in a competitive game is part of gameplay, but at no point should anyone wonder whether you're joking. And do you make these kind of threats outside of gaming context? Breaking this rule is an automatic global ban. If don't be getting gamer rage. I'm buggered. I'm buggered then.
Yeah.
You know how mad I get?
Well, I'm not a person that gets too mad when I'm gaming because my philosophy is it starts to make me mad. It's time to quit, you know, to do something else for a while. But I have a son-in-law that, yeah, he's like the opposite. I don't know how many controllers that boy's bought over the years.
Yeah.
He keeps smashing them.
Yeah, my eldest used to be like that, but he knows that if he does it again, I'll beat his ass. So,
but yeah, I know there's plenty of people like you that get angry at the video games.
Shit, I get angry that it's the afternoon. I get angry at everything. So, but yeah.
Sarah, that's just my philosophy and always have had. Have I got aggravated at a game? Sure, but as soon as I feel that well enough, I'll shut it, save the game if I can, and shut it down and go do something else or play another game or something. You know, go take a nap.
Not angry, you get irate. Oh, you wait till you see this video, Michael, because I leant into the camera and I got really mad at that gross score guy because as he like the way he speaks, his accent, the way he pronounces some words as well. I actually got really, really angry. And I was like, it's almost as if I'm irate right now.
Yeah.
What are you asking for a fag for? There's only like, I think there's none left. Go shop. Oh, but go get more then. Yeah, I think there's one left. Hold on. You can have the last one. You should be going to the shop anyway. Gobshite. Alcoholic. What?
Duck Dog says,
Yeah, well,
an old man taking a nap. Blow in the heck you say. You betcha. Every day, at least once. Sometimes I nap twice in a day. I mean, it's just one of life's simple pleasures. Nothing like a nice little nap.
nice little siesta. They mentioned impersonation, which I think is like impersonating staff or streamers. Okay, whatever. Suspension evasion. Okay. Most of our rules will result in either a suspension from streaming or a warning from a member of the Cat Guardians. Hi, I'm Gary, and I'm a Cat Guardian. Meow.
Real quick, old guy gamer blowing. I'm angry. You're uglier than I am. I know, right? There was once upon a time I was pretty handsome. The Bear's seen the old picture. I mean, I was a handsome fella.
He was a handsome man.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
You shave. If we could clean you up a bit.
Oh, if I shaved everything, which I haven't done in years, but when I do, I look a good 10 to 15 years younger than I actually am.
Sarah's asking what a cat guard. Cat is an acronym for something, and I can't remember what it is. It does say Community Action Team. Meow. They talk about like avatars like being suitable, and that's all fair enough. Channel description not being dirty. Botting as well, that's all fair enough. Raiding. Now this is the thing that gets me here when raiding. Now to me, raiding was like an integral part of Twitch. Like you raid your friends, so you get a few more views, get some more watch time, helps each other out. And there's not like the trolling type of raiding, but I've been raided. You've been raided before. Proper troll raiding, by the way. It's happened to me a couple times. If you're sat there and you're streaming to 1 or 2 viewers and they're not saying anything, they're just lurking, like being raided is a good thing. I know they come in and they say horrible things, but like if you're a good sport about it, they might follow.
Yeah.
And the person who's like directing them be like, oh, he's actually a good lad.
Well, I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again real quick. And a lot of you are familiar that way back in the day, back in the 90s, I was a moderator on what was then the big thing. It was the Twitter and Facebook of the day all wrapped up into one, was HTML chat site. That's what everybody did. That was the big thing. And I would get the room that I was in charge of would get raided all the time by hackers and crackers and whatnot. And there was one time that they just kept coming in. I'd kick them out. They'd find a way around the ban and be right back. And I'd kick them out again. And this went on for a long time. At least a good dozen times we went through this. And they just come and laugh. And I just I said, look, I can keep this up just as long as you can. And you know what? We ended up being buddies. And he's the one that showed me certain hacking things of the day. You didn't want to mess with me back then, people, because I knew how to shut your computer down from a distance.
There you go. I could have used your help the other day, actually.
Yeah.
But some serious tech issues.
Yeah. Well, I'm a lot out of practice. We're talking Windows 98 days, at best, 95 probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sure. If you do your job and you're just not a jerk about it, you're just doing your job, or trying to keep your channel clean or your chat clean or whatever. Yeah, you can make friends out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Golf City, you know who I'm talking about? Meth off. I can't say it. Meth. Golf City. That's why I followed you, Bear. Well, in recent months, I haven't been that good of taking things on the chin. And I think that's because I'm just like not getting enough time away from the PC and stuff. And I've been getting really like genuinely moody.
Right.
But I usually take it on the chin, you know, because I can take a joke, you know. But yeah, if you get like if you're a small guy,
There you
Mephistopheles.
go.
I like the way it rolls off the tongue. But yeah, if you're a small channel and you've got like two lurkers they're not saying anything, being raided could be a good thing. Like, I wonder if all right, better tell me about it. Yeah, all right, Dave. Because I've also had a go at him as well.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Before I was rudely interrupted by Dave, sarcastic shitbag. You always come back at me hard as I give. Yeah, I do try to. Yeah. The problem when people in the chat give me shit, I like to give it back, but the problem is I can't see them. They know what I look like, and they know me better than I know them, right? So it's hard for me to come back and kind of dick them back. You know, it's hard. It's hard. That's why I tend to get my back up because I can't come back at them. Anyway, well, yeah. As I say, if you're like a little streamer, like I don't know if Mixer has the same kind of monetization program that Twitch does, but like you know, you want viewers, you want to get that watch time up.
Yeah,
you know, if someone comes along and raids you, and you take it on the chin, you probably get a few followers out of that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see it as a bad thing, but raids are fun and a great way to promote smaller streamers. But the spammy nature of raids can also bother or stress out unprepared streamers. Let's be honest, mate. Like, let's not be gay about it.
Well, you mentioned I got raided, and I was just sitting here. If you remember, I was laughing my butt off. I didn't ban one of them. You guys were handling it. I was just sitting here laughing at you guys going to town.
That raid was so like, it was the most uncreative raid I think I've ever seen. Like, you want to be raided by somebody like smart about it, you know. You actually want them to come in and say some things that kind of make sense, you know.
Yeah,
they're not just coming in and saying, "Oh, this creator's this creator's that. Oh, you're gonna get flagged by this guy." Blah 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 blah.
I don't even know where they come from or why they picked me, but I thought it was funny.
That's like amateur stuff, you know.
Yeah,
amateur stuff. Like the best trolling, best raiding I ever seen was when I used to go raiding, following a YouTuber called Black Screen Media back in the day, and he would go on to You Now, and you know, we'd go in the chat and we would tell everybody to let this particular individual in because that's what you can do. You can let people in to the call in You Now. It's like all integrated, and there was this one guy. Everybody knew who he was. And you could hear the streamer going, you know, telling all the raid what to do and what to say in the chat. And obviously, that, you know, the streamer would be really confused, and they'd finally let him in, and it was a fat guy dressed as a giant bottle of ketchup. And he'd just sit there at first, and then he'd talk to them for about 30 seconds, like normally, and then he'd stand up, start screaming all the racist obscenities he could at them, and then pulled the ketchup suit off, and he was pretty much naked from the waist up, and he was a big fat guy, and he'd do the truffle shuffle. And that would freak people out. They'd be screaming and stuff. It was awesome.
Well, and rating's not a new thing. They did it back, like I said, in the early days when I was moderating for that website in the 90s. Different rooms would come and rate, and it wouldn't just be on your website because there wasn't just one. If you didn't go through it, you don't understand what I'm saying. But this was literally the Twitter and Facebook of the day. This was big business. They were run by corporations, and you'd go over to other websites and raid the rooms, you know, and stuff, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
You know, but you didn't go in and say, "Oh, you just suck. You suck."
You got to get creative with it, you know. Don't be an amateur to spam like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, well, usually when we rated a channel, we'd post things like, threw a pie in your face, or threw
Yeah.
a water balloon at you.
Say something, I put some effort into your rating, is what I'm saying. But let's continue reading this. Um, where is it? I've gone past it. What? Where is it? Did I scroll past it? Did I?
I don't know. Don't
Where's
ask
rating?
me.
Pardon?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me. Raids are fun and a great way to promote smaller streamers, but the spammy nature of raids can also bother or stress out unprepared streamers. In the effort to build a respectful and safe community when raiding, encourage your users to mind the channel rules. If a streamer puts DNR, do not resuscitate, in front of their title, they do not welcome raids. Please respect their wishes. Okay, all right. Do not raid.
Well,
I mean,
if
that's asking for it, if anything.
yeah, it is. But if it makes them nervous, if it freaks them out to be rated, I would probably respect their wishes and not do it. That just makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm not out to make somebody really mad. I'll
So what if
poke
you want to be raided?
and I'll poke and prod just like I will you. But if I feel like that you're actually getting aggravated, I'll back off.
Mm,
I don't really want to make you mad. I just like to tease.
yeah. That's asking for it, in my opinion. Like,
It
if
is.
you're putting "do not raid" there, like someone's gonna raid your ass. Come on.
Well, in that, like I was talking about with the HTML chat sites, there was one particular person who was well known among the circuit. In his room, he says, no raids without my permission. Well, yeah, that worked real
Yeah,
well.
you don't get to choose that. Sorry, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Unless you've got like a team of mods standing by, ready to ban everything that comes in. I'm sorry, but you can't control that.
No.
Just let it happen, dude.
Yeah. And in those days, you usually only had one or two mods per room, maybe three, enough to cover a 24-hour period so that there's somebody in the room all the time.
Yeah. You get
But
paid for that.
no, I did not. I did have to be approved by the corporation, and I was directly in touch with one of the executives that was in charge of that area of their company.
Mm.
But no, we didn't get paid for it. It was pretty stringent, though. Not just anybody. You couldn't just go, "Hey, I want to be a moderator,"
Mm.
and they make you one. You had to be checked out. They would actually come and sit in the rooms and watch you. To see how you.
Is that breaking news? Sorry, Bloodwing. Is that breaking news, Sarah? 3 shooters, 18 dead in a Walmart.
Not that I'm.
Also, I want no, you can't intercept the cheesecake. It's my cheesecake. That was my cheese. That's theft, Badger boy. That's theft. Sarah, can we have an article or something? Breaking news, please. If you can send it to me on the Twitter. God, look how ugly Twitter is.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'll
But you
also.
know what? They've beat me down
Well,
because,
you can't revert it now, can you?
well, I haven't tried. You had to do it every time you logged in, and I got tired of doing that. And I said, I'm just going to deal with it.
Actually, I better not screen share whilst on Twitter. Because people have got me with that before. El Paso, Texas. Jeez. Whilst we're waiting for that, we'll just quickly finish this off. That's really sad. Reminder, it's not so much about the raid themselves. We strongly encourage supporting small streamers. It's about treating other streamers with respect and not making them feel harassed or overwhelmed. Use your direction and be respectful, and this should never be an issue. More information on how to appropriately use raiding can be found. So you have guidelines for raiding now? Good Lord. This is like the church, but a stream site, Oh my God. There are, you're not allowed to obviously play disallowed games, which of course, sex, nudity, age
Right.
restricted items. So you can't have alcohol. You can't smoke on stream.
Well, then I would be screwed, wouldn't I?
Streams of a user sleeping. People. I've just coughed up something horrible and it landed on my leg as I was speaking. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't even cough. Oh God, it just flew out of my mouth. Oh no.
Alex hockered on his leg.
Oh no. Where's my wet wipes? Oh no, there's none in here. There's none in here. There's none in here.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so. Oh, how did that even happen? I know I've got a bit of a cold and stuff right now. Oh, that's all right. Back in a second.
Okay. While he's doing that, how you doing, chat? Haven't mentioned it yet, but please like and share the stream because YouTube doesn't help us out with that. And if you want to help an old man a little bit more, then go a little further. There is super chats, and there's a link to my Patreon and or Streamlabs
that was
in the description.
dirty. Sorry, Bloodwing.
You nasty person.
It's disgusting. I don't even cough. Oh,
I'm doing good, Diesel Dave. Doing good.
Can you imagine being on a date, like first date with someone, and you're just talking like how I was, and then
you hawker all over your date?
Yeah, that'll go over well. Comes flying out your mouth and lands in a soup.
What's the chances you get a second date?
Oh, one more thing as well. NDA. If a game is under embargo, do not stream it. What does that mean?
Under embargo?
Yeah.
I don't know unless they're referring to how certain games will be banned in some countries but not others. I don't know.
You see that it's never okay to discuss sex and a person under 18 at the same time. Okay, that's fair. But what if you're talking about news? Because you're allowed to have like web shows. So what if you're talking about the news? That there's plenty of god awful stories in the news about that kind of stuff,
Right.
Some games in beta, alpha, or pre-release have NDAs before it's released publicly. I see. Okay. That'd be very stupid for a developer to do that because a lot of games get big because of YouTubers streaming them or playing them.
Right. Exactly.
Fair enough.
And if I sound distracted, it's because it's that time, people. I've got to go to the restroom. So I'll be right back.
All right, mate. All right. We're about halfway through anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, whatever. But no, it's never okay to discuss sex with a person under age 18. Well, I mean, what if you're doing a web show and you're talking about the news? That's shows primarily based on talking, such as podcasts, without an activity must be clearly marked as web show and must abide by content rating rules, which is fair enough. Obviously there's more stuff there, like the copyrighted music. I can imagine that that's probably fair. How to handle trolls? I've got to read this. All right. Trolls, people who make a deliberately offensive or provocative online post. All right. One of the biggest issues that you will face when streaming. Their main goal is to just really, because OBS messing up is personally my my biggest issue with streaming. One of the biggest issues that you will face when streaming. Their main goal is to disrupt the flow of chat and get attention from the viewers and streamer. Yeah, I know, and they tend to bait me very well. Alt-right trolls. Here are some steps to take if you encounter a troll on your stream. Your reaction is the most important tool you have. Let your moderators handle the situation as discreetly as possible without openly saying so. Work with your regular viewers to not respond to the trolls and keep your stream moving forward. We also strongly recommend not mentioning the trolls or how you handle them in any public forum. This confirms to them they've got you, or they may see it as a challenge. You may choose to ban trolls. You can do this by clicking their name. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Aria Bear is barely a streamer. That wording, though, Bear. Yeah, I know, right? If the harassing user is creating multiple new accounts, threatening you, or posting excessive, offensive words or usernames, well, I mean, presumably you can have like a word filter on your channel, which I'm fairly sure you can have on Mixer. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, and so you should be, Cryptic. Some of the shit you say to me, you dick. They don't want a bug that is in pre-release version, but not the version that will reflect badly on the game. insulting puns. The puns will be banned from the Irate Bear channel henceforth. People making puns will be yeeted out of the yeet cannon into the sun from now on. Oh dear, but yeah. So the rules are very, very stringent. Very, very stringent. Are you there, Bloodwing?
I am.
Oh, there you are. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeets! Get in the yeet cannon. Off you go.
You know, can I say, I know this is a cheap platform that we're using here, but I like that when you screen share, you can set it to just push everything to the side instead of covering us up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sorry, I just turn my camera off because I've just received a text message that I do need to reply to.
Okie doke. And so once again, hello to chat. Hope everybody's having a good day. I don't know about you, but it's really bright and sunshiny here, as you can probably tell by the window behind me. But it appears to be a really nice day outside. Not that I've been outside, but
Not going outside these days, mate.
not unless I have to.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. I will grab those articles now. Appreciate it. Am I not? Did you send it to Irate Alex? Did you? Which is fair enough, I guess. If you did, no, you didn't. Irate Bear. It's a problem when you have two Twitter accounts. There we go. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Really appreciate it. Let me just pop the chat out so I can see it again. You can't even smoke on stream, Bloodwing.
Yeah, I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed. And I was thinking about that when I turned my camera on and I was smoking, you know. I was like, should I do that? But I'm like, no, this is an adult stream. If they haven't seen somebody smoke before, then I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as if it's promoting smoking or anything.
Yeah, and it's not like it was a secret to anybody. I'm absolutely certain you could hear me light one every time I did.
You can hear people spark up.
Yeah.
How you expect it to go 6 hours? Like if you're doing like a 6-hour live stream, how you expected not to smoke? You know,
I guess you have to put your stream on hold and go off and have one. I guess,
or just turn your camera off. I suppose just make sure they can't hear you.
Yeah.
I suppose just like quickly mute yourself and spark it up, and then unmute yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but thank you, Sarah, for this. Several people are dead after a shooting in El Paso, Texas, officials say. 3 suspects are in custody. Mayor says 3 suspects are in custody after the shooting in El Paso. The city's mayor told CNN's Wolf Blitzer. That's such a cool name, by the way.
Wolf Blitzer. I remember the first time I heard his name, it was during the Gulf War. Not the second one, but Bush Sr. There was that's pretty much, I think, when he became a household name was during that. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a tragedy that I'm having a hard time getting my arms around, frankly. Mayor D. Margo said with his voice breaking, multiple people are dead and several people have been transported to the hospital. El Paso Police Sergeant Enrique Castillo said in a press briefing. Police said they are searching multiple scenes in addition to the Walmart where the shooting reportedly took place. No changes to Walmart because that's what Walmart looks like in general. Like, but seriously though, that is messed up. A reunification center has been set up at MacArthur Intermediate School in El Paso, Castillo added. So that's all the news that we have at the minute. Multiple fatalities and 3 people in custody. 3 shooters. You don't usually hear of that, do you?
No.
Usually it's a lone wolf type.
3 shooters.
Yeah.
It almost makes you think that, you know, I'm not going to jump out there and say, oh, it was gang stuff, but almost makes you think maybe it was something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see if there's any updates.
Heroic. Nikos, was this over Walmart's back to school sale? I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me if it was.
If we had guns in this country, we would have had a shooting at a Primark. I know you don't know what a Primark is, mate, but it's a clothing brand in clothing store here in the UK, and like they sell cheap clothes. And every time I've been in one of them, it looked like a war had gone on, like like downtown Baghdad.
Right.
Yeah, really crazy stuff. Good. Well, I say yes, that's the thing. We'll have to keep an eye on updates as we go along.
Yeah. There was a couple of stories that I wanted to at least get to. One about our favorite mule tooth politician, AOC.
Oh dear.
And then one that's actually local, but I think it's kind of interesting. But we'll start with the AOC one here. Let me get it open, and then I'll screen share it.
Good stuff.
As soon as it loads. Screen share screen.
We'll get there, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Probably is a good thing we don't have guns in this country, honestly, because we'd probably have a lot of this kind of thing.
Here we
especially in recent years, man.
All right.
There we go.
AOC loses top staffers following controversies.
Oh dear.
There she is in all her glory.
At least she's not looking stupid for once.
Give her a minute. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, top 2 staffers are leaving her congressional office following a firestorm of controversy. Her chief of staff, Saikat Chakrabarty, is done as of Friday. Ocasio-Cortez's communications director, Corbin Trent, plans to be her congressional spokesman until the end of the month, but will then transition to her 2020 campaign to play the same role. Chakrabarty will head to New Consensus, a nonprofit climate change group that helps promote the Green New Deal.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The Intercept first reported the departures, which were confirmed by the Post Friday. Chakrabarty and Trent's aggressive tactics often made life harder for Ocasio-Cortez in Washington. Chakrabarty helped spark the rift between Ocasio-Cortez and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and others when he likened moderate Democrats to New Southern Democrats in a tweet, in effect calling them racist. And we covered that back when it happened. He particularly targeted moderate Representative Sharice Davids, a Democrat from a formerly red Kansas district, who is one of the 2 Native American women serving in Congress. Chakrabarty said Davids voted in a way that helped enable a racist system when she voted in favor of a bill that would provide southern border relief. Yeah, of course he did. The tweet was deleted, but the damage was done. The remark was widely criticized and prompted a tweet from the House Democrats account. Who is this guy, and why is he explicitly singling out a Native American woman of color? Right?
Oh, yeah. I had that on Breakfast with Bear this morning. Not this specifically, but, a politician of color.
Yeah. But the whole who is this guy thing, I get it. I mean, he's just her manager. Why is he? I don't get it. Anyway, Chakrabarty also regularly tweeted criticism of Pelosi, and get this, who sat down with Ocasio-Cortez last Friday to clear the air in a closed-door caucus meeting. The speaker had urged the social savvy freshman to stop tweeting about other Dems. Now, first of all, let me pause there for a minute. Yeah, clear the air. I bet's all she did behind closed doors. You want to bet the conversation went something like, if you don't knock it off, we're going to get rid of you.
We're going to primary your ass.
If you don't knock it off. And the other thing, they're calling her social savvy. Why? Because she knows how to use Twitter and Periscope and all that other stuff that people her age all know how to use.
I got Facebook on my phone.
Yeah, is that
I
why
know
she's
what I was
social
doing.
savvy? She doesn't seem very socially savvy to me because uh, Twitter's where we can find out real easy just how stupid she is. But anyway, and it goes on for quite a while about how they generated negative press and all that. But at the end of it, they said, "Well, it's got nothing to do with the latest uproars. It's we've been planning this for a while." Sure, you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes me laugh actually because these bitches, they think they're smart, don't they? They really do. They're like, oh, we're using social media to galvanize the people. It's like, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. You right. What Trump has done with social media has always worked in his favor.
Yeah.
It's always managed to keep the media on him, talking about him, and keeping a good portion of people outraged and a good portion of people defending him. You know, like he's caused the Democrats to lash out and a whole bunch of journalists to lash out, and he always he's got to just say one thing, and they just make themselves look like lunatics, and then Trump's base comes along, starts defending him as always, and that's how he controls the media. These bitches, they ain't doing anything. They're just making themselves look stupid. What, because you got 30,000 likes on your tweet, you think that's going to translate into real life? You got Vox to write an article about you. That's not enough. That's not enough. You need more than that.
Yeah.
Fools. You're saying stupid things.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what I mean. I wouldn't say that makes her savvy.
Yeah.
I mean, she just knows how to use the social media like everybody else her age.
Exactly. And she's acting like the journalists do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the thing. Trump controls a lot of it. All he's got to do is say something outrageous, and then the squad talk about it on their Twitter. Like, he's got you where he wants you. You're talking about him.
Exactly.
And the media are coming along to like your defense and everything, but you're still talking about Trump. You're not spreading any of your actual message. We don't know what your policy is. We don't know what you actually believe because you're too busy calling Trump a racist and calling his supporters Russian bots. I saw one last night, you know, like because hashtag I love Kamala was going. It's like, oh, here come the Putin bots and the MAGA tards.
Right.
It's like you have that attitude towards a group of people, then they're going to feel, well, discriminated against.
Yeah.
And then Trump can weaponize that like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you,
It's me.
that closed door meeting with her and Pelosi wasn't just to clear the air.
Oh, I bet there was a fight.
By clear the air, they mean Pelosi telling her, knock it off or you're done.
I bet some vases were thrown around in there. I bet glass was smashed.
Yeah. I guarantee Pelosi's like, enough's enough. You and your crew need to stop it.
Has nobody taken Rashida Tlaib to one side yet?
I don't know if there has been a couple of closed door meetings with her and Pelosi.
Yeah.
But after that, that's when she come out, you know, after the whole anti-Semitism thing, and they added anti-Muslim to the anti-Semitism thing, just like she caved.
Because out of the four of them, now don't get me wrong, ideologically, I think probably Ilhan Omar is the most probably dangerous out of the four.
Mm-hmm.
But Rashida Tlaib is certainly the loudest and most aggressive by far, physically aggressive as well.
Oh, I seen a video clip here recently when she got kicked out of a Trump rally. This was before she even ran for office.
Yeah.
And she got through, and man, she was yelling and screaming and kicking as they pulled her out. And
yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. Like she's definitely the most physically like mental out of the four. Like AOC says some incredibly stupid things. Ilhan Omar says stupid things, but dangerous things, like really dangerous things.
Yeah.
She gives me a massive amount of concern, man, because it's like,
In my
Bear, why
opinion,
are you concerned about American politics? Because your politics affects mine.
yeah.
Ilhan Omar is worshipped by the Labour Party.
Well, there's an old saying, as goes America, so goes the rest of the world. And there's some truth to that.
Yes, there is. Look at the UK right now. Hashtag not my prime minister.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah, in my opinion, AOC is just an idiot. She's laughable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ilhan Omar is dangerous.
Yeah, she is.
Very dangerous. And one of the things that makes her dangerous to me is I believe there's a good chance AOC will not get reelected.
Yeah,
because now they've seen how she really is. Ilhan Omar comes from a district in Minnesota that is primarily other Somalians, and there's a pretty good chance she will.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah, she's a dangerous one, in my opinion.
I mean, AOC is dangerous.
Yeah,
she is like she's not intelligent, but she is still dangerous as a political leader. But she's dangerous because she's stupid.
Yeah.
Rashida Tlaib is a bit mental. Like, you know, she's too loud to be like that. You know what I mean? Ilhan Omar, on the other hand, she's she knows how to get the backing of a lot of people.
And Ilhan has been making up with Pelosi, because I just read an article earlier. I won't go read it now, but I seen it where she went back to visit Africa, and Pelosi went with her.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I have not gone anywhere with Ilhan Omar. I don't care whose side she's on.
I sure wouldn't go back to Somalia.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, no.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's an armpit of the world, Somalia's it.
Mm-hmm. It's like the land that time forgot.
Yeah.
Terrifying place, you know. There's barely any government, barely any law and order. Their people have to be pirates to kind of like make a living.
Yeah.
Both of our navies have killed a lot of them. A lot of them. It's a scary place, man. I would not be going to Somalia with anybody for any reason. You couldn't pay me.
I recently, and by recently I mean like a couple of months ago, watched a documentary, and it was about this British couple that were kidnapped by pirates off their boat and held in Somalia for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A long time, and it went through all the stuff that they had to do to get them out. And what actually the person that eventually got them out of there, because there were several times that their family would pay money to get them out, but then they'd fail to release them. You know,
I see. Yeah.
But this the one that got him out was he was a British citizen, but he was from Somalia, and he actually got in and got him out. But man, it really showed a light on just how bad it over is. The conditions that they were living under. They separated the man and wife for a while and told them that the other was dead.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, the pirates did. And then there was the danger of the fanatical Muslim groups coming in, because they were nearby and they don't like the pirates. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Why would
you want to be there? Your country has warlords. You know, you got a problem.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand why our government just doesn't say, I go, all right, I'll tell you what then. You kidnapped some of our people. All right, kill them. But if you kill them, we're going to send in the SAS to come kill you.
Yeah.
Or the SBS. We'll send in special forces to come and kill you.
But anarchy works, yo.
You know, and, you know, the SAS, they can pretty much do what they like. So we'll make sure they capture you first. We'll make sure they torture you and then kill you.
Yeah.
That ends.
Let's see. The next thing, I was looking for the story. I had it earlier and now I can't find it, but I can pretty much give you the gist of it off the top of my head. You all know that I live in Indianapolis, and for the geographically challenged, that's the capital city of Indiana. And It is a flyover state. Absolutely. Nobody comes here except for, the 500 race and the Brickyard. And like right now, you've got Gen Con going on. The, you know, Indianapolis is very big on hosting conventions. That's pretty much how we make our tourist money is off of conventions. Uh, but one thing you may not know about Indianapolis or Indiana is that there's a graveyard here, not very far from where I live, just a few miles, Crown Hill Cemetery, where a very famous individual from history is buried. John Dillinger, the gangster,
Mhm.
because he's from Indiana. And he's been buried there since he was shot to death by law enforcement. I guess now, here very soon, the family's going to have his body dug up,
Why?
which is going to be a neat trick because it's under several feet of concrete because people kept trying to dig up his grave to get,
Really?
oh, yeah, to get souvenirs. So they put it under several feet of concrete. I guess they're going to dig it up because there is a chance that it's not his body.
Really?
Now I don't know any more on that than that because I hadn't read the article. I've been following the headlines and I was looking for the story, wanted to see why they thought that. But I guess there's a chance that it may not be his body, which is I found is strange.
Hmm. Yeah.
If it's not his, who did they bury there?
Yeah. That's a worry, isn't it?
Well, I do remember that at the time of his death, there was some controversy that it may not be his because he was shot up bad. I mean, unrecognizably shot up.
Yeah.
And the person that performed the autopsy measured him, and he wasn't the same height
Mm.
as what was recorded. And they passed it off as, well, he's so terribly shot up. Of course, he's shorter. But I don't know. Interesting.
That's interesting. I need to go to the toilet, mate.
Okay.
It might be a dookie, so I'm gonna mute myself.
All righty. All right.
Would woman would she be okay to come on? Like she does like wandering in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you heard that, woman? If you want to come in here, just unmute the thing and talk to Bloodwing. Right, I'm going.
Okay. Bear's gone for a poo. Tim Buck says he tweets from the he talks in chat from the toilet. What do you think? So it's me and you again, chat. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? And if you are entertained, hit that like button. Smash it. Smash it like you'd smash Alex because you know you would. He's a handsome man.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Just about awake.
Just about awake?
Yeah.
Did you work last night?
Yeah, on 3 hours sleep.
Ooh, that's not enough.
No. Someone was drilling outside and I was going to ram the drill up his arse. And then the grinder was going. But it wasn't like a drill you use for DIY. It's a drill you use for the road to dig it up.
Oh, yeah. So a heavy duty drill.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, if you do ram it up his backside, make sure to take video because I want to see.
Yeah. Gotta do the kink stuff.
Sean DW175 says, turn on the camera, VB. I don't know if she wants to do that.
No, I look like cow shit. And that's putting it politely.
Yeah, your boy Pat says those drills make crazy noise. Yeah, they do.
And then I managed to go back to sleep, and I don't know what the hell they were doing outside, but it sounded like someone was using an electric razor. So I got up thinking it might have been one of the kids, like shaving their heads. like Alfie did. So I ran up, got out of bed, ran into the bathroom because that's where it sounded like it was from, and nobody was there. So it's like, was I dreaming? No.
Yeah.
Oh, you were hugging a
Right,
kiss for the whole time.
Go to bed now. Bedtime now. Otherwise, we won't go out on Monday. Go.
Go out from where?
To a nice place. Go.
What nice place?
Just go to bed.
Just go.
Oh, yeah. If you hear me scream, like, it looks like we're in for a really good thunderstorm.
Oh,
And I don't like the thunder or lightning. I hid at work last time.
you wouldn't do well here where I live then.
No, I've seen.
It was raining then.
Right, can you go to bed?
I was asking you a question.
Yeah, go to bed now. I'll get to 5.
Keys.
Hurry up now. Bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because severe thunderstorms are a part of life here, at least once a week.
I don't cope well. Oh, shit. I've just heard it. Sorry for swearing.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh,
I'm sure that's not the first one.
and I've got, oh, crap.
I don't expect these streams to be monetized anyway, because they never are, so I don't even sweat it. You know, as long as something doesn't happen on here that could possibly get my channel shut down, I don't care.
I'm not going to show a boobie or an ass.
Well,
So-
yeah. That would be kind of strange for me anyway, because you know how I feel about you and Alec. You know.
Oh yeah.
And on that note, don't you dare open that door.
Why? Let the
No.
lightning in.
No. Oh my God, he's trying to scare me. No,
It's gonna get you.
it's going to get you.
It's gonna get you. Thunder. It's gonna smack you on the bum. The lightning's gonna get you square on the schnoz.
No. Did Bear tell you the last thunderstorm we had, it hit a house like not far from us?
Uh-huh.
And I was at work and I actually heard the pop.
I love it. Oh yeah, you were asleep. You slept through it. It hit near our house. It shook the house.
I didn't, yeah. That I
Yeah.
slept through. The one,
I was sat there playing on the Xbox, and you were asleep next to me on the bed.
I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but it's not been too long ago. I was looking out the window watching a storm and watched it hit a tree across the street.
but yeah, that one that hit the house near to me, I heard the pop and
Oh, look at you drinking alcohol.
shut up, look at you smoking.
Yes, you're smoking and drinking.
Have I got a fag on me? No.
Get out.
Sarah says they have camera footage of the shooter at Walmart. Yeah, I probably can't show that on the stream because that's a good way to get hit.
I need to pass
Ooh.
on.
Right, I'm going to love you and leave you.
Okie doke.
Yeah, just get off your edge. Right, there we are.
Ta-ra. I'll go and listen.
Right, go on, clear off. Can you hear that rain? That's well loud.
No, I don't hear it, but I don't hear very well. Maybe chat might be able to, but I can't.
It's really, really loud. Oh, wow. So there has been a couple of updates in the shooting story. Walmart are aware of it and have made the respective tweet. Trump has been made aware of it, and 22 people have been injured.
Oh, my. Yeah, Sarah, no, I know it's not of the shooter, but if any of the local newscasts are claiming the footage, then that's a good way for me to get hit with copyright, is to show the footage.
Obviously, we just need to wait for updates.
Yeah. Captain Bramble says, how are the Colts going to do this year? I might be prejudiced because they are my favorite team. But considering how well they done last season and they haven't really lost any of those key players, I'd say we've got a good chance of making a pretty deep run in the playoffs this year. I think at this point, seeing as how we haven't played a real game yet, we've got about as good a chance as anybody making the Super Bowl. And that's right. I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Badger man. Playoffs. We'll never live that down because that happened here. You don't know what we're talking about, I'm sure, Bear, but yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll just let you crack on. It's fine by me.
But yeah. But, Pat says the Psycho Rick channel is slowly growing. Good.
Good.
I love Psycho Rick.
Shill it, my dude. Shill it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't care if people, especially people that I know as well as I know you, Pat, shilling my channel. Go for it.
Was that thunder again? Hard to tell in my little office because the rain sounds so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really loud in here.
I still don't hear it, but it's probably being drowned out by my air conditioning. So
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter anyways. It's not like you haven't heard rain before.
Trust me. Trust me on that.
Yeah, I do. I do.
But well, let's see. That was all the articles that I wanted to go over that flipped my trigger. Everything else was just more of the same old, same old.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, we just kind of have to sit here and wait for updates about this story, really.
Right.
So I can't really say anything else other than 3 people are in custody. The president is aware. 22 people are injured. So I guess we're just waiting to see what's going on. I'll refresh the page to see what's going on. Last update was 18 minutes ago. So
yeah. Badgerman says, isn't El Paso Beto City? I don't know. I think it might be. I know he's from Texas. I don't know. Sarah's is calling it now. The Browns are going to the playoffs this year. I don't know if you're saying that as a joke because, you know, the Browns are kind of been a joke of the NFL for a long time. But, yeah, they could.
no, the shooter had a manifesto. Thank you, Sarah, for sending that to me. Oh, no. I thought it was 3 shooters. If I see subscribe to PewDiePie in this, I swear to God. What are you doing down here, boy? You were just told to go to bed by your mother and half the chat. You're not scared of thunder and lightning. Your mother is, but you shouldn't be. You're like me. You like terrifying weather.
Oh, every once in a while, a really close clap of thunder will startle me, but that's about it.
So I have to survive.
You have to survive?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
What?
What do you think is going to happen?
You know,
Thunder's not going to get you. You're inside the house. If there's lightning, that won't get you either.
Nah.
But nothing. It's just loud noises. You're louder than the thunder.
Dad,
What? What are you covered in, boy?
I've got more right there.
Yeah, I know it's a mole.
But Dad,
Yes.
I just had the thunder just hit to the lamppost outside.
No, thunder doesn't do anything. It's just noise. It's lightning that comes down.
It didn't went.
But Dad, he's dying.
Post.
He's dying.
You're not gonna die. Stop being so dramatic, boy.
I don't want it to die.
Oh, it's fine. You're not gonna. I'll tell you what, though, if you don't behave yourself, you will.
You're too ornery, Alfie, for the lightning to hit you. Trust me.
The doors are open.
That's fine.
Dad,
Well, don't concern yourself about my anime figurines, boy. You're interrupting my stream, boy. You're gonna be fine. Now, give me a hug. It's not gonna get you. You're just as soft as your mother. Right. There's a kiss. Go to bed. Go on. Good night. Love you.
My heart's still beating.
Well, your heart should be beating because if it stops beating, you'll actually die.
But Dad, he's gonna die.
Still going on outside the door. Just go to bed, boy. You'll be fine.
Mr. Dramatic.
Oh my God. For that, you're sleeping in your car. Go on then, try it if you reckon you could handle it. Oh, yeah. So the shooter has a manifesto that I can't see. I can't. Oh my god. Have I got to save it? I don't want to. Right, let's save it to my computer.
Well, don't look at me because I can barely read the chat.
Mr. Bully has a thread up. There's pictures of the jackass. Oh, okay. I'm trying to zoom in. Where's the zoom button on here? Set as desktop background. No, thank you. Oh, there we go. There's a zoom. Zoom. Can I scroll up? There we go. Okay. The inconvenient truth about me. In general, I support. Right. This is me reading the manifesto, guys. It's not my words. These are his words. In general, I support the Christchurch shooter and his manifesto. This attack is a response to the Hispanic invasion of Texas. Oh, no. They are the instigators, not me. I am simply defending my country from cultural and ethnic replacement. Oh, for God's sake. Brought on by an invasion. Some people would think this statement is hypocritical because of the nearly complete ethnic and cultural destruction brought to the Native Americans by our European ancestors. But this just reinforces my point. The natives didn't take the invasion of Europeans seriously. I think they might have.
Yeah.
And now what's left is just a shadow of what was. My motives for this attack are not at all personal. Really, dude? Because it sounds really personal. Like, you're shooting people. Actually, the Hispanic community was not my target before I read The Great Replacement. This manifesto will cover the political and economic reports behind the attack, my gear, my expectations of what response this will generate, and my personal motivations and thoughts. I don't know if you want me to continue reading this.
I think that probably gives us a sense of it. And so he's a nutcase.
Yes, the man is. You can't do this kind of thing without being a lunatic.
Yeah.
He's just rambling on about migrants and stuff.
And there are those that'll get a hold of that and see, this is what the right does. This is what they support. No, we don't. He's a nutcase. I don't want to kill the people at the border. I just don't want them coming in illegally.
Oh yeah, Mr. Anti-Bully's thread. There it is. So anyone confirmed if this is him or if it's some other shooter? There's two guys here with rifles with ear defenders on and goggles on.
Yeah.
Why would you bother? Okay. There's the shooter. Huh. It's not a clear picture at all, really. You can't see his face properly. He looks kind of young, but it's hard to tell.
Cynical Lindsay says, I smell false flag. It could be because, Antifa is set to go into Texas here soon. So, and evidently this guy is a nutcase. It's suicide by cop, either way it goes.
Well, these guys didn't get killed by the police. And that doesn't look good for a start. Does it?
No.
Jesus. Well, you want to go around shooting people because you're unhappy with my Great Replacement, the theory, then crack on. But, you're going to end up either dead or in prison, so for the rest of your life.
A satanic cultist, if he's got a point, it's only that there is an issue at the border, but the implementation was completely wrong. The guy's a nut job. And any thinking person can see that.
If you want to go off on one about the Great Replacement and white genocide, even though it's not a fucking genocide, and all that kind of stuff, then crack on. That's your right to say whatever you like, as long as you aren't advocating for violence. But the minute you put a gun in your hand and start shooting people, that's when you've lost the argument.
Sarah says he goes on about being against race mixing. He's just a wacko. Yeah. If that's his point, then no.
Yeah.
No. And now I'm glad I didn't show him on, because I don't want to give this nut job any more notoriety than he's already got.
It crack on. Well, It's kind of odd that they didn't die. They weren't shot by the police.
Mm.
That is kind of odd. Very strange. Because usually, you know, these guys, they get shot.
Yeah, depending. Who knows what happened? Maybe they gave up. I don't know.
Mm.
And at this point, it's all going to be speculation because it's early. It's breaking news.
Yeah, I have to wait. I'd like to know where that manifesto came from as well. How it managed to get on the internet so bloody quickly. Unless he like released it earlier and someone found it. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing that concerns me is, yet he's obviously, as number one says, this guy's true far right. But there are those that is going to try to paint the entirety of conservative America as one and the same with this guy. That's what they'll do.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait, guys. Of course, there's going to be an absolute shitstorm on Twitter.
Oh yeah. I don't think that
right in general.
This might be a good day for me to take a Twitter break.
Yeah,
it might be. I've got editing to do anyway. At least another couple of hours of editing to do. So.
Oh, good Lord. See what I mean? Like I've had enough of the left in general going, trying to excuse Antifa's violence because the far right has managed to actually be successful in killing. And whether it's a false flag or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because that's not going to be proven either way. It's also going to be used. Oh, yeah. It's just going to be used as constant frigging gotchas.
Yeah. The real queen, Rhiannon, says Twitter is putting blame on Trump already. I'm not surprised. Yeah. Doesn't shock me. And I'm pretty sure I know who the normal players in that are.
Yeah. No, if it had been the left pretending to be alt-right, then they wouldn't have actually managed to kill anybody. They're not known for being competent at this kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait before I make any kind of judgment like that until more news comes out on it, more facts.
Yeah, there's no point speculating because it's going to be sold like that no matter what.
Yeah, I'm not a big one. I'm not one of these people that, like, okay, somebody gets run over in New York City with a car or attacked with a hatchet and, oh my God, it's the Muslims. Well, I'm the guy that says, well, maybe, but let's wait and find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's wait and see, folks. We don't know much yet. Of course, Twitter's just going to be full of reactionaries, Right. I like how left-wing call right-wing people reactionaries when they are guaranteed to be acting like reactionaries right now. Yeah, the gun grabbers, yeah, they'll be out in droves. It doesn't matter what type of fucking gun shooting it was.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter. They'll still be there anyway.
Yeah, it'll be an AK-47 semi-automatic handgun.
That's chain fed.
Yeah. With a grenade launcher attachment.
Underslung grenade launcher. Triple bayonet. Good grief. It's painted black, so it's military style. There you go. Yeah. Full semi-automatic, yeah.
Imagine, yeah, exactly.
Good grief. Well, we'll have to wait and see, guys. There's no point really kind of... we know how it's going to go, but, we'll have to actually wait for the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with shit like this.
Yeah.
We can get information at the click of a mouse, and all of that information is BS.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But, if it's on the internet, it must be true, right?
Yeah. CNN said it. Well, gee.
The real queen Rhiannon says, and people wonder why I sleep with a claymore under my bed. I hope you're talking about the sword and not the mine.
That's why it's been easy to expose radical left, because everything they believe in, they try to claim the other side is that. So this is the thing, like they can use the argument that the far right or right wing or nationalist, whatever you want to, whatever word you want to use, has killed people. And that is true. That is true. There's nothing, you can't argue against that. But it's not our fault that the left are hilariously incompetent at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will be a gotcha for a few days. And then every so often, whenever someone brings up Antifa, they'll bring this up.
Yeah, the only real difference between the far left and the far right is the far right's better at killing people. Seriously, that's the only
in the West anyway.
Yeah, and give them time. It could turn around. Heck, in the 70s, the left killed plenty of people. So, you know.
They're barking up the wrong tree if they're trying to, if the gun grabbers start gobbing off in Texas.
Yeah. Cynical Lindsay says, my husband said he wouldn't be surprised if this is gang related, given it's El Paso. And yeah, when they first started talking about it, I said the same thing. It wouldn't surprise me if it did come out that it was gang related.
They didn't look like gangbangers to me, dude.
Yeah, you never know.
Gang members, you know.
But again, it's just all speculation, and that's all we can do at this point, speculate, because there's just not enough information out there yet.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, as we've said. But let's go have a look at Twitter then. I'm sure it's thank you, Sarah, for the update. Update: El Paso police say this was gang. Oh, fucking hell, it was gang-related terrorism.
See?
Well, shit. I just ate my own words.
Yeah.
And terrorism? Multiple shooters and multiple fatalities, one suspect in custody. I thought there was 3. Oh, let's just wait a little while. Because it's conflicting news right now. Yeah, just give it an hour. They're seeing different things everywhere. Why were they wearing ear defenders? Like, I get you're protecting your hearing and everything, but that's awfully odd for something that's meant to be like gang terrorism.
I don't know. Like I said, we'll know when more news comes out.
They had ear defenders, like big ear defenders, Bloodwing, like the size of my headphones.
Right.
And the goggles that you wear when you go shooting as well.
Right. So I've got a set of those kind of hearing protection around here somewhere from my FedEx days.
CNN reporting 3 in custody, others reporting 1, and yet others reporting 2. Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's just too soon. You're going to get all kinds of information, some of it true, some of it false, this early on in a breaking story.
Foxy, maybe they were keeping their ears warm. Yeah, I can't imagine Texas is particularly cold at the moment.
Well, not this time of year, anyway.
We're drenched in sweat. It's weird. This is really weird. Gang related terrorism.
I don't know.
What's that? Because
it sounds like 2 different crimes to me.
Yeah. Unless it's like they don't look like Muslims to me. And that manifesto there, if that's not his manifesto, I don't know. Guys, we'll just move on. We'll move on because
number one is we'll have a press conference, but before the end of the night, we'll just have to wait for the end. Exactly. You know, there's always a press conference that follows that, and that's where you get to read real details.
Yeah.
You know.
Just wait for the local police to actually say something.
Because there's no such thing as real journalists anymore. They all put their own spin on it. And yes, I'm including Fox News and Breitbart and everything in that. There's no such thing as real journalism anymore. And they're just going to put their own spin on it, whatever makes their you know, helps their take on all of it.
Yeah.
And if you want the facts, you're going to have to wait for the police report.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
Literally, give it 10 minutes, guys, and just go check out Twitter. Let's guess. I'm really tempted just to go look now.
I don't know. You're braver than I am. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a Twitter break and just stay the heck off.
What's this? Gilroy, California, and now El Paso, Texas. In 1 week, I'm disgusted with my fellow gun owners. How can any gun owner still think that we don't need increased gun regulations to protect our communities? Red flag laws, which are a bit messed up, by the way. Red flag laws that actually resulted in someone dying, being shot to death by your police, by the way. Mandatory storage laws, semi-automatic weapons bans. Of course, Monkey replied that we don't know shit about the shooter, but know what would have prevented this. Never let a good tragedy go to waste. And someone replied to Monkey saying, so now we need to do pre-crime to figure out what the murderer shooter is shooting at a range, arsehole. What do so we can legislate away the specific? How dumb are you? Yeah, it's kicking off already.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, like you can't jump through your computer screen because and shoot.
Oh, I'd have been in jail a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, you're right. Even when the police report comes out, they're still going to push their agenda. They're right. Yeah, like I said, I am absolutely firm believer. I honestly believe that there's no such thing as real journalism anymore. There's not. There's just opinion sites.
Yeah, you're absolutely right as well. It's all opinion, all garbage, all stupid.
Which is a shame. You know, I used to love to watch the news. And I still do, but if I watch the news, I watch the local news because at least here where I live, my local news doesn't appear to be too opinionated. You know, they just give you the facts on what's going on, and you know, it's the national stuff that's the worst offenders.
Yeah,
it seems like, at least here where I live. I don't know, it might be different where other people live, but
I'm a little bit hungry.
I'm more than a little bit hungry. I made supper last night, actually. Oh, that's a story I can tell real quick before we end the stream. I made supper last night. It wasn't anything fancy, just some hamburger helper, mashed potatoes, green peas, and green beans. And it's just what we had in the cabinets. And you all know that my refrigerator doesn't work too well. We've talked about it here. The freezer doesn't work at all. And the bottom part only kind of sort of maybe works. Anything on the top shelf keeps pretty well, but on the shelves below that, not so much.
Yeah.
But so when we buy milk, because milk spoils so easily, we've lately been buying it in the little 16-ounce bottles that are really just meant for you to drink. But, you know, we don't want to buy too much milk because it'll go to waste too quick, because it spoils too quick. And my wife had bought a couple of bottles of that a few days ago, and she bought a couple of more bottles because she didn't know if it was still good. So she's asleep. I'm making supper. You got to put milk in the hamburger helper. And this is, you know, after you fry up the hamburger, after you put in the hot water, after you put in the mix and the noodles, you add the milk. Well, I checked the first of the older bottles. You know, I checked it, smelled it. It was still good. Poured it in. I figured since it was good, I'll just grab the other one and pour it in. It didn't take but just a couple of glugs to realize that it was spoiled because it was curdled.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, crap. So I immediately grabbed a ladle and I ladled out as much of it as I could. And I poured it down the drain. I'm like, crap, I don't want to waste, because there's already 3 pounds of hamburger in there because I make 2 boxes at a time. There's already 3 pounds of hamburger in there. There's 2 boxes of mix in there. I don't want to waste all this because I poured in just a little bit of spoiled milk. So after I ladled it out, I ran in here, got on my computer and looked it up. I know that raw, if you will, spoiled milk can hurt you. It can give you a very low grade food poisoning. Not
Yeah.
major food poisoning, very low grade. It can upset your stomach and give you the poops and stuff like that. So I looked it up. Will it hurt you if it's cooked? And lo and behold, unbeknownst to me, there's actually a ton of recipes that call for spoiled milk,
Okay.
mostly in baking. But I guess the thought is that, what makes milk spoil is the bacteria.
Mm.
If you cook it, it kills the bacteria. And it's also the bacteria that gives your stomach fits if you drink spoiled milk.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very much. It was just, maybe a fourth of a 16th ounce bottle at most. Went in. And I ladled it mostly out really quick. But I went ahead and fixed it. And my wife's one of these people that's really, if a can says that it's best used by this date, if it's the next day after, she's throwing the can out. I fuss at her all the time about it. Like, don't do that. Because that's just used by. That doesn't mean it's automatically going to spoil on that magic date.
Yeah.
But, and I thought about not telling her because she's so picky about it, but I thought, well, that wouldn't be right not to tell her. So I warned her, but she went ahead and ate it. I ate it, didn't taste bad at all, and we're all fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shocked to find out that there was a lot of recipes that actually call for using spoiled milk. I'm like,
I didn't
never
know
heard that
myself.
before.
Well, you have to try again.
I don't think I'm going to be purposely adding spoiled milk to my
Push your luck, old man.
Yeah, we got away with it this time, but I don't want to push my luck.
Yeah. Well, we come to that part of the show where we take questions.
Yeah.
From the chat. So we got about 7 minutes left. Let's take some questions.
Yeah. Ask away, people. Ask away.
Grandma had a recipe for bread with spoiled milk.
Yeah. Used a lot in baking. Most of the recipes I've seen were baking. Favorite kind of pizza? Funny you asked that because I'm a little different than most everybody. Spinach Alfredo. It's very delicious. And no, I'm not a vegan. I just happen to like spinach Alfredo.
Trump has weighed in on the El Paso shooting.
Yeah.
There's terrible shootings in El Paso, Texas. Reports are very bad, many killed. Working with state and local authorities and law enforcement. Spoke to governor to pledge total support of federal government. God be with you all.
Yeah.
There are going to be people that are triggered the fact that he said, God be with you all.
Yeah, and there's not much else he could say at this point. What else is he going to say?
Yeah.
Yogurt is kind of like spoiled milk. Hey, I love cottage cheese. It's one of my favorite things to eat, and it's not much more than curdled milk. So that was my thinking in eating it. Pat says his favorite is Hawaiian. Cynical Lindsay says meat lovers. Sarah asks pineapple on pizza. Outside of the spinach Alfredo, I actually like my pizza with everything on it except for anchovies. Mushrooms, black olives. I like lots of meat on my, and cheese on my pizzas. But yes, I will eat pineapple on pizza. Sue me. It's good.
Yeah, I'll eat it. I don't care. It's not my favorite. I like a good pepperoni, but I'll eat a pineapple on pizza.
I prefer sausage over the pepperoni.
Yeah?
Just because I like all the meat.
Well, I like the pepperoni, but it's nice and crunchy.
Yeah.
If they don't always get it right,
Cynical Lindsay says she loves cottage cheese, especially with pineapple. Oh, I've ate cottage cheese with pineapple since I was a little kid. But I've been known to just crack open a carton of it, dump a bunch of black pepper, because it goes good on cottage cheese, and just sit there and eat the whole carton. I do like
pepperoni and pineapple on pizza is quite tasty. I don't think I've had both at the same time.
Yellow or white pineapple, either. either or. I like pineapple.
I don't mind it. I don't like it in too big doses. I like it. You know when you get the pineapple cheese sticks on the end of sticks that you get at parties. I love those. Goes well with cheese. Pineapple does. It sure does.
Bacon barbecue chicken. I have had bacon barbecue chicken pizza. Oh, it's been a few months ago I had it, but it wasn't bad. I'm not a huge pizza person, by the way. I can take it or leave it. I'm not like one of these nuts about pizza people. My ex-son-in-law, when he lived here, sure was, because if left up to him, he would have ate pizza every meal, and I'm not exaggerating. If Mama Minnie was still in the chat, she'd tell me, she'd confirm it. It was her ex-husband. But
see you then, Captain Brambles. Have a good one, mate.
Yeah, have a good one, bud. Good day at work.
I'm not a fan of cottage cheese. I don't like the taste. I'm sorry, but I just don't.
Oh well, yeah, it's acquired. I got got it from my mother. She loved it, and I love it, and it's just I just do. I like it. What else we got here? Bodeshti says lag. You must be the only one getting lag. I haven't seen anybody else complain about it, and I'm not getting it because I'm sitting here watching it on the watch screen.
Yeah, I haven't had any. Like it's like storm weather at the moment, so if anyone was going to get lag, it would be me. But
I'm sorry you're getting lag though, dude. Sorry, I know how that is. My only River says cooking some venison right now. I do love venison. I love deer meat. So, some of the best burgers was made out of ground deer. Very lean, very tasty. Jen says so many different types of cheese out there. Anyway, yeah, exactly. And I love cheese. My favorite type of cheese, Longhorn, or some people call it Colby. But that's my favorite. Yeah.
I like cheese. Oh, I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, all this talk of food. Yeah,
we always end up talking about food.
Yeah,
I want to try a bison burger. I've never had a bison burger.
Yeah, it's good, and it's much more lean than cow, than beef. But yeah, it's good.
My missus' old college that she went to years ago puts on like a big event every year. And they show off all the different stuff. Like they have like stunt horse riding, and they show off all like the farm stuff that they do there, and they have like apprenticeships and whatnot, and they have like different rides they have on this. It's really good. Like it's a really good day out for the family. It's a good way for them to raise money as well for the college, and they have these stalls there, and they sell ostrich burgers. Now I've never had ostrich, and I keep
trying to think if I have or not, because I've ate a lot of different stuff, but I don't think I have.
Next time if we go again, I will be having one.
Yeah,
but the stunt horse racing is really good as well. It's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's probably not bad. I've ate turkey burgers and chicken burgers, and they're not bad. I prefer a beef burger, but they're not bad.
You
know.
You're damn right, Heroic Nico. You see me testing out a giant cheese sampler variety tray. You're damn straight.
Oh, I will sit and eat till I can't poop for a week if you put cheese in front of me. I'll eat all the cheese.
I like cheese. Oh, I would love to try ostrich. I just didn't do it last year. I can't remember why I didn't. I did try something new when I was there, but I have no idea what it was.
But we are now at that time of the stream where it's time to end.
Hey,
parting is such sweet sorrow. Was having so much fun. Seriously, I'm not joking. I'm not making fun. I was having fun. But it's now time to end it because, Bear and I are getting really hungry, and I've got to go pee again. Of course I do. But the 2 hours is over.
Yeah.
And, we've got to go. But you can tune in next week, Tuesday, at
Tuesday.
2:30 EST Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be back. We're not going away forever. We'll be back. But thank you, chat, for showing up. Thank you for giving me your support with your likes, your shares, your views, your comments, your stuff in chat, all that stuff. Thank you to those that were able to go a little bit step further and donate. Certainly appreciate it. We'll go to a good cause. Way to the twilight. This is my first time seeing you, and all I can think is Papa Bloodwing. Absolutely, that's what my grandkids call me, is Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody. This can only happen because of you. You know, you can only give so much credit to me or to Alex or any of the guests. It happens because of you. You guys are the real players in this.
Yeah.
But as always, thank you, Alex, for coming up and giving us your great news. I'm still so happy about that. I'm just tickled pink.
Yeah.
Anything you want to shill or shout out?
For those of you who are $5 patrons and above of myself, Sin, or Drunken Uncle, don't forget to grab the Ghost Poo Discord link. It's movie night in just under an hour time. Get in the Discord. We'll be watching Kung Pao. Also, I'm going to try and get this editing done as fast as I can and see if I can't get this video uploaded to Irate Alex. And of course, it's covering the Twitch drama and Mixer stuff to do with Ninja, and of course Gross Gore, who's an absolute pleb.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And I see Pat shilling his stuff out there in the channel. Go check that out too. As for me, other than the next episode of Redneck Radio, episode 9 of Redneck Trek will be premiering tomorrow, as usual, or hopefully as usual. We don't have a repeat of last week at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, but I'm making good progress, so we should be done in plenty enough time. If you've never checked it out, please do. If you don't, because you don't like Star Trek, it's not about that. It's just it's a laugh. It's just me being silly, is what it is, and hopefully entertain people and make them laugh. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, as always, get out of my yard.
Good night, guys.